Marcy knew something was wrong the moment the sky flickered. It wasn't just a trick of the eye. The sun literally blinked out for a split second. It left her heart pounding and her mind racing with questions she didn't want answered. She turned to her friend Jack, his face bathed in the artificial glow of his phone. "Did you see that?" she asked, her voice barely disguising her panic. "What are you talking about?" Jack replied, not looking up. Just then, the sky flickered again, this time longer and more pronounced. Jack's phone screen went black, rebooting itself. He looked up at Marcy, a mixture of confusion and concern in his eyes. "Okay, yeah, that was weird," Jack admitted, pocketing his phone. They continued walking down the street, but things only got stranger. People around them started to act oddly. A man crossing the road would take 3 steps, then freeze, only to glitch back to the curb and start again. A dog froze mid-bark. Marcy felt a cold sweat drip down her back. "It feels like a bad video game," Jack said, trying to keep his tone light, but failing. "Do you think we're inside one?" Marcy stopped walking and looked at Jack, her eyes wide. "Don't be ridiculous," she snapped, but her voice trembled. They reached Marcy's apartment building, hoping to find some semblance of normalcy. But as Marcy tried to unlock the door, the key dissolved into a mess of pixels in her hand. Jack grabbed her arm. "We have to get out of here," he said urgently. "But where do we go?" Marcy asked, her mind a whirl of fear and confusion. Before Jack could answer, the ground beneath them started to ripple, as if reality itself was unstable. They ran, not knowing where to go, but certain they couldn't stay. They found a small, dimly lit alleyway and ducked inside. Panting, they leaned against the cold brick wall, trying to gather their thoughts. "What if we're just NPCs in someone else's game?" Jack whispered, his voice shaking. Marcy felt a chill run down her spine. She had no answer, and that terrified her more than the glitches. As they stood there, trying to make sense of the unraveling world, a figure emerged from the shadows. Dressed in a hooded cloak, the figure approached them slowly. "I've been looking for you," the figure said in a low, gravelly voice. "Who are you?" Marcy asked, her heart racing. "It doesn't matter who I am," the figure replied. "What matters is what you are." The figure reached out, and as his hand touched Marcy's arm, she felt a jolt of electricity shoot through her. The glitches stopped. The streets were normal again. "Who are we?" she asked, tears streaming down her face. "You're more than you think," the figure said cryptically, before vanishing into thin air. Marcy and Jack stood there, unable to move or speak, as the weight of their existence crashed down on them.